What up, Whiskey Ginger fans? Welcome back to the show. If it's your first time joining the show, welcome to the show. We got a good one for you today. Like my man Steve Harvey done say, it's Chris Distefano, my little lover boy from New York City. He's running around the country as usual. Go to christycomedy.com and go see him. And also, me and the Bobo are running around this beautiful nation in the fall. Go to badfriendspod.com, badfriendspod.com. We're going to be everywhere. Chicago, Boston, DC. We added a show in Pittsburgh, going back to Cleveland, Rochester. We're all over the place, and we're adding shows as we go. So come see us, badfriendspod.com, badfriendspod.com. Enough rambling from me. Let's go to the episode.
In here, we pour whiskey, 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 whiskey.
You were that creature in the ginger beard.
Sturdy and ginger.
Like vampires, the ginger gene is a curse.
Gingers are beautiful.
You owe me $5 for the whiskey and $75 for the horse.
Gingers? Oh, hell no.
This whiskey is excellent.
Ginger. I like gingers.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Whiskey Ginger. My guest today is one of my favorite people on earth. I say that for all my guests, but I mean once again today, it's Chris Distefano.
Yeah, baby. So, where's the whiskey?
Well, we're not drinking today because you're not on the bottle right now.
I'm not on the bottle.
And that's fine. You're being a little thinny-winny, and you look good.
Thinny the Pooh.
Thinny the Pooh. And this is only for your OnlyFans, right? You're
Yes.
only doing this because of your OnlyFans.
I reached out. OnlyFans now has become a thing where I've been struggling a little bit with the trying to make money on Patreon with podcasts. So
ChristyComedy.com.
that's it. So I said I'm doing comedy naked, and I'm doing it on OnlyFans, and you can see my ass warts.
So you are doing full hour. Your next special is a full hour of stand-up on OnlyFans.
Yes.
Take Me As I Am is what it's called. And you do an hour of stand-up naked for OnlyFans.
That's it, baby, because listen, morality is out the window. So I'm trying. If you can't beat them, join them. So there's no morals for me either. And I just want to go in and I want to do stand up naked, and I want to, I shit on stage. I do things like that. I eat it.
You do?
That's the closer.
Wow.
Is I eat
Well, don't give it away. Don't give away your closer.
Okay, well, the closer for my last, I ate the front row. I ate all their shit.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, just in little pile. I ate it with chopsticks. A chopstick.
All right, we'll sign up for Christy Comedy OnlyFans, guys.
I haven't seen you.
I know.
I missed you when you were in
I miss
Australia
you
for
so
4
much.
months. You were so far away. I kept checking because we share our locations, and you were so far.
I was so far from you. You know, there was a few moments of the day when I was in Australia where I thought, oh, shit, I'm too far. If somebody died, I'm stuck.
Yeah.
I thought about that. Like, I could never get home.
Yeah.
It takes you forever to get home.
I got spooked. I had a tour set up in Australia. I'd already actually put it on sale. Shout out to the people in Sydney who had already bought tickets. I was actually probably supposed to just be coming back maybe today or yesterday, but I was like, I'm not ready to be this far away from my family yet.
Yeah.
Nothing against the people of Australia. I was just like, why am I doing this?
You didn't want to bring them, though. They couldn't go down there.
No, right now, family of 5. I was like, because the truth is, I can't do that flight and coach. I just can't do it. And they were willing to pay. The good people of Australia were willing to pay for a business class seat. So if I brought my family, I'm not going to sit in business class and have my family and coach. And like right now, my kids are too little. I can't do it. So I'm like, I'd rather go a little bit later in my career when I can bring the kids when they're a bit older. I don't want to deal with a 1-year-old on a plane right now.
Yeah,
Just not what I want to Australia.
I mean, I didn't fly first class down to Australia. They didn't pay for my flight, so I worked the airline that day.
Yeah, I worked Qantas.
Yeah, I had to work Qantas. They put me in that little cap and that skirt.
Yeah.
That little pencil skirt.
You look so hot in that.
Well, it's so hard to bend over when somebody drops something.
I know.
These guys kept doing it.
Yeah.
They kept dropping stuff on the floor.
Yeah.
Excuse me, can you pick that up? And I would bend over, and I realized they wanted to get a look at my butt.
Now, do you have a bright red asshole like your hair, or is it a little bit?
It's a little subdued. Yeah. And over the years, it's gotten less red. You know, you get older, it's like your hair goes gray and your ass gets less red.
Right.
It's more of like a taupe hue.
Right.
Yeah.
I have a bright red asshole and ass cheeks like a baboon. You ever seen a baboon?
You got a baboon butt?
It's bright red, like just my ass cheeks and whole bright red.
Why? What is it from?
I think probably the
Are
way
you
I
on
vote.
the Peloton all day?
Yeah.
Oh, you
I'm
really
spin.
think it's because
Jazz
you
is
vote,
in
when you're a
spin.
far righty, you think your cheeks go butt. Right,
Yeah,
right,
you
red.
go.
Wow.
I, and that's the way it is. And yeah, and so
Well, how's Ron DeSantis' campaign? You're on it right now, aren't you?
I'm on it. I think he's doing well. I think my question to you would be, if you don't want to vote for him, look at what state has done the best since COVID. The
Right.
answer is clearly Florida.
or
Florida or
Texas, dude.
Texas, baby.
You ain't taking it away.
No abortions. No, I think
There is no. You can't get an abortion in Texas, but you can drive to a neighboring state. I think.
and get one. It's like buying a gun in Indiana and then driving it right over to Chicago.
That's right, and shooting up everybody in the streets.
That's
Lori
what it is.
Lightfoot.
Chicago, you're fun.
You know, in
Your
fact,
hometown.
Texas just implemented that. There's a new toll road they're building for out of town abortions to get
Really?
people. Yeah, it's like a speed lane to get out of there to go get them.
I think that's good.
Yeah,
Because sometimes you have to get that abortion and can't wait.
can't wait. Got to get it
Cannot
out.
wait.
Got to get it out.
I think, yeah. I mean, and we'll see. I mean, AOC, I just heard AOC say that she thinks she should be aborted to 5 years old. You should be able to. She just came out and said that.
Yeah.
That you'd be able to just go ahead and do it.
Well, yeah. 5 is 5. They're still learning stuff.
Yeah.
Can they speak English at 5?
My daughter's 8. She still can't speak English. She only speaks Spanish.
I seen what she says. She says some foul stuff.
She is wild.
She is. It's gonna be.
Yeah.
She's gonna be a bad
Yeah,
girl.
I was leaving the house actually just today. I had a big day. I had, your podcast. I did Flagrant 2's podcast, and I came downstairs, gave everyone a hug and a kiss. And she said, "See you later, Daddy. Have a good day at work." I said, "Thank you, baby." She said, "You're not funny." So it was good.
Well, what's interesting is she's not wrong, but I don't like to hear. You don't need to
You
hear
don't have to say that.
You don't have to say that kind of stuff.
Like she won't sit still at all and won't watch anything. And we can put on what she wants, a Disney movie, whatever. She won't watch it. She's always running in and out. She watched my Netflix special the other day and sat there for the full 40, 45 minutes, sat there, didn't move, didn't laugh, just looked at the screen. Just looked at the screen, didn't do it, didn't ask for anything, didn't ask for milk, just
Didn't
looked at.
smile once.
Not once, just was looking.
Wow.
Disappointed.
Do you ever like run a concept past Jazz and she does this thing where you say like, I'm working on this joke and this thing and I want to say it out loud, and she goes, "That's funny." Did she do that?
Yeah.
That kills me so
Yeah,
much.
yeah,
When somebody goes, "That's funny," you're like,
Yeah.
"Oh shit, that's not funny."
Yeah, she usually, she'll laugh once in a while at things that I do naturally, but for the most part, when I try material on her, she just tells me I'm trying too hard. It's not funny.
She doesn't like you as a comedian.
No.
Who's her favorite comedian? Do you think it's me?
I think
Do you
it's
think
you.
it's me? It is me.
I think that it could be you. I think
She's coming to watch me at the cellar tonight. She texted me.
really.
She
So
goes,
then I'm
"Chris has
not-
got to come home and watch the kids. I'm going to come sneak out and go to you, but I'm going to lie to him and tell him I have an errand to run."
Yeah, but today's bath day for the kids. I'm not putting these fucking kids
Oh, I
in
thought
the
you meant
bath
for
again.
you and her. Does she scrub you in the bath?
No, she won't even do anything. She said she's grossed out because I have skin tags on my ass cheeks.
You do got to get them taken care of.
She's
You have
grossed out.
plenty of time and money to do that.
I've tried, but the dermatologist said that it hurts.
to take them off?
I want to get my skin at the same time. I want to get my skin tags and my tonsils removed
2 for 1?
at the same time. But I only want to get one tonsil removed.
Leave the other guy.
Leave him in there.
Wait, what? Do you take baths?
No, I'm still a big shower guy.
Do you get in the bath with the kids?
No, not really anymore. You
Well,
know,
she's too old. But with the 1-year-old, you can get in
the
the
2 year,
bath.
yeah, the
2-year-old.
But right, Jazz usually typically bathes her, and then I'm usually standing behind Jazz, giving her the credit card swipe in the butt.
That's fun.
That's what I like
a
to do.
good
And now
dad.
Jazz, the good thing about Jazz now is she doesn't even kind of turn around. She just deals with it. She just
Right.
lets me.
She's used to it.
I can swipe her when she walks up the stairs. You know, you stick your finger up her butt, and
When
then
does ever slip, you go forward.
oh yeah.
you
And then
go
she
up
turns
there.
around. I'm going like this.
Well, okay, when you're on the road,
Yep.
do you ever have a night where you get in the bathtub in the hotel?
No, never once. I'm in and out in the shower, guy. I never. What I do though now more than ever on the road is I sleep butt naked.
Oh,
I sleep fully butt naked.
I've only done this.
Really?
I've only done this.
Interesting.
I only sleep naked.
I would always sleep with shorts. I usually
Why?
sleep with shorts on at home.
Clean sheets.
Yeah?
Yeah, put your balls all over.
So you're
it.
butt naked. When you go back to the hotel tonight, you're butt naked.
Yep. The moment I walk in the hotel room, I am getting naked. I don't have clothes on when I'm in a hotel room. And I
Really?
answer the door that way. And I don't do
Really?
the little bitch shit where you do a sliver. Hi, yeah, we ordered towels. No, I open it wide open. I wedge my foot in it. And I
Yeah.
stand there. I go, yeah, you got the towels? I'm
Yeah,
dick out.
It's a good point because what you're knocking on my door, you're coming into my space.
That's right.
Especially if you're one of the cleaning people and you knock on the door and you say anybody and you don't hear me say don't come in and I'm butt naked, I'm not going to put my clothes
not
on.
my fault.
You walked into my space. So now
Yeah.
you're going to have to deal with me being naked and hard.
Right. And you know what I do? I actually look through the peephole. If it's a female, I go, please send someone else. But if
Yeah.
it's a guy, quick to open.
Right here.
I don't want some girl seeing me naked, but if there's
No.
a guy there, cannot wait. There was a guy today that dropped off an extra towel. He goes, Rusabas. And I opened the door naked, and he goes, oh no. And I said, oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I grabbed his neck, I pulled
Yeah.
him in, and I put his head right on just on the crest here of right on my collarbone.
Yeah.
And I go, kiss. And he,
Yeah.
so
And
then
he did
I
it.
tipped him
That's what
$100.
I did that a couple of months ago. Very similar situation. And then the guy, while I was making eye contact with him, he was outside the room. I let the door slam right on my junk. And I just kept looking at him, and I looked, and it just the it closed on the tip of my penis. But that's something. It gets to the point where you get so numb in life that's the only way I can really
You
come
can
now.
feel. That's
you
the way
gotta
you feel.
slam it a little bit. Like I look at those videos now when they kick you in the nuts and all that, and that's the way because it's really dull. My life is dull.
You're interested in that.
Every day I live on Staten Island, very vanilla. Nothing's ever going on. It's the same day over and over
No
and over
crime
again.
down there?
No, almost no crime. No, we got the bridge. Nobody's paying, $17.50
To go hurt
to go
somebody.
over the bridge to hurt someone or at the protest. It's not going to happen.
That's a crime tax. That's interesting. Criminals they're not gonna pay to,
No.
yeah.
You're not going to. Nobody really
Pay to
complains
rob.
out there. Everybody. If you've gone to Staten Island over that bridge, then you're on that island, and they like to keep it that way. And by the way, any race, religion, culture, creed, it's not a white or black thing. It's just there's all different. There's a nice diversity mix out there, but it's mostly people that have like, you know what? You have fun with bitching and complaining about everything. We're over here.
Yeah.
That bridge is our wall. You pay the money to come in. And
You're
if
not
gonna-
coming to take our jobs on Staten
It's
Island.
not happening,
Right.
babe. So you
That's
just
right.
sit there and you can have your fun. Go break the windows downtown. It's not gonna happen here, babe. Okay?
Do people work in Staten Island or only live? Is it a workable place?
Not really. People live there and then they leave to
It's
go to
mostly
work.
suburbs.
It is the suburb. It is the suburban borough of New York. But now listen, when you make a right off my block, you can see the skyscrapers. Like we're close to New York, but New York City, it's one of the 5 boroughs. It is technically New York City, but nobody's living. If you're living over there in the houses, you got kids. You've just you're not going to be out there.
No.
You're not getting sucked in every day to the drama of, are we going to reach the Green New Deal? You're like, why don't you just get the fuck off my property, lady? Okay? Why don't you just get out of here?
Did you want to wish me a happy Juneteenth?
I thought I did.
You didn't. You didn't say
Oh.
anything about it.
Sorry. Yes.
I was a little offended you didn't say anything about it.
Happy Juneteenth.
I went over to Nike to go get socks because I ran out of socks, and Nike in Soho is there, and I went over there and the doors were closed, and it said, an observation of Juneteenth, we will be having our brick and mortars closed and our factories closed down, which is interesting.
Interesting.
It's an interesting idea.
It's a very interesting
They're like,
thing.
look, the Chinese kids that make this stuff,
Yeah.
they're not getting a day off.
No.
But we're taking Juneteenth off.
But yeah, it's very
insane.
stupid. But I
like when companies have morals like this, like they
Yeah.
get these moral quandaries.
right.
But they've had a history of so much shady shit.
Because you know what it is too with you. You have a look of a general who would be in Galveston, Texas.
Yeah, buddy.
Who said, I didn't hear nothing about no slaves being free. You have the
Yeah.
look.
I didn't read that article.
No.
Can you imagine some guys that they're like, you have to free your slaves, and he's like, I didn't hear nothing about it.
Yeah, no.
And they're like, listen, dude, everyone knows you have to.
Yeah.
They made a whole announcement, and he's like, dude, I must have not got that message.
Yeah.
You're just playing dumb.
Well, also too on that day, like, do you think like did the people who were still, the Southern guys who still had the slaves, did they just let them go?
No, do you not know historically how this went down?
Well, I mean, I know the Union Army rode in.
But it was
Right,
there
to
was so much
Galveston.
manipulation over trying to convince slaves that they've got it better than they would if they were free. There's so much writing
okay.
about how the mental mind games that were being played and the manipulation and the physical, not to be serious, but it is insane to read because the assumption that people were like, it's over, you're free. It's like,
No.
how that wouldn't be possible. That's, you know what that's like saying? That's like if somebody said, okay, you're free to move wherever you want in the country. You right now, wherever you want. You're just free to get up and go. And you're like, I know, but I still have so much stuff.
Yeah.
I'm constrained by life.
Yeah.
And someone's convincing me that
Yeah.
what are you talking about? Like the idea that you're free to move is not a real thing.
It's not a real thing. And I think too, it's like that, what's the syndrome when like you start to like love your captor?
Stockholm
syndrome.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stockholm syndrome.
Great. By the way,
Munchausen is when you
love
give the,
Sweden.
How great is Sweden?
Now, is that from because people were, when they went to Sweden, they feel like they weren't supposed to leave? Did Stockholm Syndrome start there?
No, I think Stockholm Syndrome came from, there was a bank robbery in Stockholm that I think that the bank robbers, in a very short amount of time, a few hours, like the captors fell in love with their bank robbers, and the
Whoa.
police opened the doors, but they wouldn't leave the captors. I think it's from a bank robbery. I'm almost
Wow.
positive.
I like that
Yeah,
story.
it's
Even if it's
sick.
not true, it sounds good.
Have you ever been to Stockholm?
No, I've had a couple of offers to go to Sweden, but I haven't even played in Europe. I have never done Europe shows, and I do want to come to Europe. Fans out there, I do want to, like London. We get hit all the time. Like, please come to the UK.
You never done one show in London ever?
The only out of the country show I've
London.
done. How do they sound?
London.
Yeah,
Yeah. London. I did shows in London.
I like when they make fun of us. I call a lift an elevator.
I love when any country makes fun of us because, like, you know what we have that you don't have? The guns.
Yeah, we got the guns.
So why don't you shut your fucking mouth?
Why don't you come make fun of me now?
Yeah.
Huh? You
Yeah.
British bitch.
Yeah. And
I
I,
do
love
want-
that I say we as if I ever done anything.
You have guns.
I would throw up on the flight over. I'm like, I can't in supersonic speeds. I'm like shitting myself.
I know, I've never done it over there. I want to play London so bad.
London is awesome.
I love London. So I want to go. The only shows I've done out of the country were Australia. I did 2 pop-up shows just to work out new material when I was down there shooting the movie.
You
and it
should
was
see-
their fans, dude.
the best.
They're so fucking smart. I know you didn't get to go this time, but like next time when I go, I
should
want to
go.
go.
Yeah.
Dude, they're so smart. And they like really want to have comedy. It's not like, I think sometimes we get spoiled here in America. No, not sometimes. They get spoiled here in America. I mean, tonight, any given night in New York and Los Angeles, Chicago, and they can go see whatever they need.
Right.
Not too many people go down there. So it's like, they're so excited to feel it. And they're like into, I don't know, man, it felt different.
Australia is Staten Island is the Australia of New York.
That's what I've said.
We're just a little island off the coast there. And
That's what I've said.
We want people to come, but you don't want to come.
And New Zealand is Jersey.
Did you do New Zealand when you went out there?
No, I didn't go over there. I didn't want to go. It's
did
like
you-
Jersey. I'll go right over it.
Yeah, no thanks.
No, I like Jersey.
Did you explore Australia?
I
Did
went
you
every-
stay in Melbourne.
No, I went around. I left Melbourne. I went all the way, Sydney and all that jazz, and we
Just to sightsee.
yeah. And
Yeah.
I drove all along Melbourne's like this big U, and I drove along both of the coasts down there and played golf a lot. On my days down, I would go play golf or go drive. I had a rental. They gave me a rental, and I was worried about being on the other side of the road. But I got to tell you, once you hit one guy, you figure it right out.
That's it, right?
You hit one guy and you go, whoa,
Yeah.
I got to pay attention.
Yeah, and you hit the guy. You told me the story. I know it's public now, so I can say it's not private anymore. But the guy had special needs, which in Australia is legal to do.
That's what they
If
say.
you hit
yeah.
someone with some type of special need, they don't want them there anyway.
Nope.
So it's kind of like you almost. Did you get something actually from the government?
They
Money?
gave me like a Medal of Honor.
Right.
Yeah. He goes, great, dude, clear him out.
Yeah,
Yeah, got to clear those guys out.
yeah,
So I did.
yeah.
And he was actually still under the car when the cop wrote me the ticket. And he
Yeah.
goes, just back up a few times. So I just, be-doo-doo-doo. So
Yeah.
just ended it right.
Yeah. It's a point system.
You hit
there.
one paralyzed guy.
What are you gonna re-paralyze him? He's already got no legs, man.
No, I toured around and I had so much fun.
Good.
The only thing that bummed me out was we didn't get all the way up to, the Gold Coast. I didn't go all the way up there. And that's the one that I want to do.
How far would that have been from where you were?
It's like a 5-hour drive maybe from
Too
where
long.
in Sydney, I think. It was just too much, man. But I wanted to get up there because I wanted to see how beautiful it was because I've heard nothing but good things. But I just was like, I can't. I didn't have the time. And my
Right.
parents came in.
Your parents flew out there too to meet you?
Yeah, my mommy and daddy.
Wow.
Yeah, and they came, and all my dad wanted to do was drink and sit at the hotel.
He didn't want to see Australia.
Doesn't care.
Really?
I was like, you want to see the Sydney? Well, he doesn't walk as well anymore either, so it's a little tough. He's like, he was the guy I hit. But
Yeah.
no, but he, I was like, listen, Sydney Opera House, you want to see that? And he was like, nah, I don't know.
No.
I see it. I mean, it's literally out our window.
Yeah, yeah.
And he was like, I see it.
Yeah. Why are our dads like that? My dad's the same way. He doesn't care. I'm like, Dad, doesn't it bother you that
You'll never be there again.
that you've never left New York, New Jersey, or Florida? He's like, no. He's like, what else is there to see? He's like, I could see it on the internet.
He is right, though. You can. Because when you go to those places, you do see, you're like, this is exactly what it looks like on the internet.
Yeah.
Nothing, I didn't see anything that like, oh,
Right.
that looks incredible in real life. It's beautiful. It was stunning. But he's right. At some point, I think,
How long is the flight for you? Like, I know it's like 17, 18 hours, right? But how long
Yeah.
does it feel? Is there a point in that flight where you're like, I'm thinking of jumping out without a parachute?
I had a mental breakdown the second day. So when I got into Australia, it was like, I want to say it was like 3 p.m., something like that. Bless you.
Sorry.
That's the way you sneeze?
I've never gotten one fully out. Never in my life once have I gotten a full one out. It's always a halfie.
It's like your sexuality. You need to come all the way out.
It's
Stop
so hard.
keeping that so jammed
I'm not,
up.
I want to do it today, but they said I can't do it on Juneteenth because it's not my day.
Right. Not at the studio, by the way. You can't do that here. That's no chance.
No.
Yeah, I landed, and then literally I was up and I couldn't get to sleep, and my rhythm was off. And then the second day that I was there, I know I had a little bit of a mental crack.
What happened?
You just feel look. In the morning, I wanted to try to like go to work out and get coffee and make it feel normal. And then
You're
my
too
body was
exhausted.
just like, "What's going on?" And it's working on adrenaline. It doesn't figure it out because on the plane, the windows tint to emulate, the natural rhythm of day and night.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they change. They go dark, even though it's bright outside. They go dark because when we were heading west, we chased the sun like the whole time. It was nuts.
Oh, so if they didn't do that, it would have been sunny the entire
Oh,
flight.
you put the shades down, but you can still feel. Even when the shades are down on a flight in the middle of the day, you can still feel the sun, and you know what I mean. You
Yeah.
can still feel the
So you
brightness.
felt the sun for 18 hours straight, pretty
no,
much.
with the tint was incredible. It felt like it was the middle of the night, but it wasn't.
But do you feel, though, that, like, there was a point in the actual plane where you're like, I can't believe we have another 10 hours left?
Well, when I woke up, I had a couple of drinks and took a huge nap. Like I went to bed when I was supposed to go to bed. And then
How long did you sleep? Like 6 hours, 8 hours?
No, for me, if I can get 3 on a plane, that's insane.
Right.
3 is bananas to me. So I did 3. I had a soda pop, and then I woke up. And then when I woke up, I had already passed like 4 Netflix shows. I'd already burned through a bunch of shit. And then when they told me we had like 8.5 hours left, I was like, holy shit, that's a whole.
How many times do you eat on the plane?
You can't. I think you could eat up to. I think it was 3 full time.
It's up to you how many meals you want.
Yeah, but they serve a breakfast, a lunch, a dinner, and then like a snack thing. So it's a full day of food.
Right.
Full day and night of food.
And then do the flight attendants switch out? Or is it just the same
Yeah,
crew up the whole
No,
time?
there's a sleep cabin. They show you too. It's kind of cool to see. There's like a little lift thing, and it's a little sleep, and they switch off and they go to bed, and then they come back out from underneath.
Do
there.
people clap when that flight lands because they're so excited to get off the airline?
I booed.
Yeah. You want
Yeah.
to keep going.
I said, let's go back.
What airline did you fly?
I think it was Delta.
Ah, okay. Was it a double decker?
No, it was
It was just a Delta,
regular decker. No, it was big as shit.
but it was like a Delta One type thing, like a nice, yeah,
Big Delta. Yeah.
big boy.
A big boy.
Yeah.
But when they landed it, there was a moment of anxiety for me
Why?
because you're so far from home.
You're like, why did I do this?
Yeah, I should go back. I did want to go. A piece of me was like, I left something in LA. I got to go back.
Yeah,
we got to
yeah.
turn around. My iPad is in the.
Well, you also were, I think, like a monumental task of 3 months there.
Well, also, I had just gotten back. I was in New York. Remember, I got the call when I was in New York because we got back from that Paris trip.
Right.
And then they were like, you need to be in Australia in 3 days. I
It
went
was
home.
that quick.
I had to go home, pack, and leave. That's how fast it was.
Wow.
Because I was in New York.
And then Australia for 3 months.
2.5, I think it was.
See, that's the thing about.
And if that movie bombs, I'm going to be pissed.
But it's good. It's good that we'll make sure it doesn't. We'll make sure. We'll
You
get
get-
you into some controversy. We'll do something, and
Yeah.
then it'll be better.
Well, the hotel, I'm working on it at the hotel with that guy that answers my door.
Yeah.
He's already going to write up about me.
Good.
He answers the door in penis form.
Good.
He said
And
in penis form, which I thought was strange.
it's interesting.
I said, what are you talking about? I'm not penis form.
Yeah.
And the front desk called, sir, he says you're answering the door in penis form. I don't know what you're talking
I
about.
think he's special needs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's related to the guy I hit in Australia.
So what you have is beautiful thing is having kids. If you have kids a little bit later in life, all these beautiful things that, yeah, it sucks to have to be away from family and all that, but it's like not even like you're just doing things for your career. Where like me, I couldn't do it. I would like you could give me $10 million. I can't go I can't be in Australia for 3 months away from them. I just can't.
Well, you'd have to bring them, right? People did bring their families.
Right, which that then creates another set of issues because now I'm uprooting them out of school, and I'm saying, am I selfishly uprooting my children's stability for my ambition? It just becomes a lot of problems.
Yeah,
so I have to do a lot of introspection
searching.
and be like, hey, what is best for me and my family, not just me.
Right. No, you're you're lucky to be in that
So
predicament.
but it's good. But it's good that it's good that you're.
I have the
experienced
experience
this.
now.
Yes,
In case
because
I have some kids.
Because when the kids come,
it's all different.
you're just going to be like, babe, I did it all,
yeah, it's done.
which is nice.
Well, let me ask you this: what are the kids learning in school?
The-
How many days a week are there drag shows at school?
They go to Catholic school, so they're
Also a lot.
yes.
It's got to be
More.
6 days a week.
Yeah, my daughter in gym, just the other day, she told me, and I was excited to hear this, is that they're doing rope climbing. They used to do rope climbing, but now they do stair climbing for the Capitol steps. So now they get them on the Stairmaster early to get them right up those steps.
To get ready for January.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. As opposed to the rope. They said there's no reason for the rope. We're going to go up the steps. So, but yeah, they learned about that. My daughter, the other day it was funny. My daughter came home. This is what Catholic school in Staten Island. She came home and she had a little like coloring worksheet, and they're learning about like gender roles and stuff. And you have like, drag shows in public schools in New York, and they're teaching kids about masturbation. My kid, Catholic school in Staten Island, she came home, it was a coloring sheet, and it had you were coloring in who's a man and who's a woman, and they had the man had a tool belt and a hammer at a wall, like a construction worker, and the woman had a mop and was at a stove. And so like, it's just like, they don't even care. They just lean into like, this is what a woman does, and this is what a man does.
What wall
and
was
nobody complained.
What wall was he really at? He was at the border.
Yeah. It said U.S. Mexico. Yes.
So I heard, these schools are getting out of control. I heard they're doing tug of war now in public schools in New York, and they're using anal beads. They're putting beads in one kid, beads in the other, and they're tugging on each other.
Yeah, for my kid, I just want to have, it's like, listen, just teach my kids reading, writing, arithmetic. You don't need to teach them about masturbation.
No, I want to show them that.
Exactly.
I want to show my kids how to.
Exactly. I want to do it, and I show them. I fucking right there. I show them. I got a couple of cousins who are fucking perverts.
Yeah.
I show them. I show them my family's OnlyFans.
You know what I thought of the other day? I said to me and O'Connor, and we were walking. We were going to see Gillis's new hour. By the way, Shane Gillis's new hour is going to be one of the best hours I think people have seen in a long time. That kid is so funny, man. And also, Sean, that opened for him, Sean. I want to say Gardini. Am I wrong?
I don't know.
Damn. No. If I'm saying it wrong, it's so stupid. He was so funny, and I think that's how you said his last name. Sean Gardini. I said it right. I got it right. He was so funny, man, that guy. He was so funny. So good. Anyway, the show was great. Me and Connie were walking up there, and there was like a church in NoHo, and we were stopped, and he was like, this is a beautiful church. And I just couldn't help. I was like, he's like, how old? That's got to be so old. I said, I can't imagine how many people have been assaulted inside of that church.
Seriously.
I mean, it's got to be just
It's got to be literally thousands.
Thousands of them.
Thousands. Well, when you see, like, that's like, too, when you see, like, a church in Europe and you're like, oh, it's so beautiful, celebrated. It's like, do you know how many people were beheaded at the steps of this thing?
It's disgusting.
How many people got lit on fire?
Yeah.
How many people were raped?
Well, I thought about
thousands.
I thought about that. I thought about that when I walked past, like Washington Square Park. When you walk past the park, and you think like at one point maybe like very fancy dignitaries roamed this park and were thinking about philosophical, deep things and changing the world. Before New York was as burgeoning as it is. And now there was a guy who I saw draw with poop. He was drawing with poop on the ground.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like the balance of the
yin and
universe.
yang. It's like Nathan Hale, who was like a American hero, got caught by the British during the Revolutionary War. He famously said, my only regret is I have only one life to live for my I have but one life to live for my country. He got hung in a park. Like people don't even know. It's like you just get hung in a park downtown, just hung there.
And now you take your kids there.
Yeah. And now, now
play in the fountain.
Yeah, people, there's halal carts there. There's, there's the enemy's back. It's just people running around. There's fucking, they're selling bags on the street.
Yeah.
Nobody even knows. Like that was the British headquarters. Was right down there. That's where they hung Nathan Hale. But nobody knows. Nobody cares. History gets washed away.
It gets washed away by fake Louis Vuitton bags. Did
you walk down Canal where we are right now? I mean, it's back, baby, right?
It's back.
You see what de Blasio did to this city? It's never been like that. I haven't seen. I swear to God, I have not felt this type of New York energy since like the mid-90s. This is mid-90s.
It's back.
New York City, which I'm not saying is a bad thing because there's a fun and there's a vibrancy to New York, but it's back. I just saw a guy, I swear to God, 5 minutes before I came in the studio, I saw a guy walking down the street. He was, one guy was, guys were selling their fake bags on Canal Street, and one guy came over and fucking field goal kicked all the bags, like punted them like full leg in the air. And said, I know this shit is fake, man. I know your shit is fake.
New York is back,
And
baby.
just kicked it into the middle of Canal Street. One of the bags hit somebody's car in traffic, and nobody said anything.
Don't you like that?
Yeah, it's like
Like
just,
a guy
yeah.
got stabbed at a KFC in Gramercy last night.
Yeah.
I was right across the street.
Did you see the stabbing?
No, I heard the aftermath. I showed up too late, but I was like, it's nice that it's back.
It's just
Someone's got to get stabbed at a KFC. You can't have his KFC go. You know, it's like those signs in a factory that's like so many days without an accident.
Yeah.
KFC should put up a sign that's like 1 month without a stabbing because it's got to happen every once in a while.
And I like it that it kind of checks like all these YouTubers and social media people that want to do man on the street. It's a little bit of a nice check where it's like, you can do that. You can, but you have to understand there's people roaming now.
right.
You can do it. Just like you can get away with crimes, but if there's a cop on the train, you're going to get popped. Well, if there's a homeless psycho that you are talking to, you might get stabbed. And if you think that's worth it for your food reviews, then do it. But just know that there's a check now. We got the lions are out of the cages.
Yeah.
That's what was good about New York, because you always were like, I'm not going to push it too far, because we used to say in New York, like, or other states, like you wouldn't push it too far because like everybody has a gun in Texas, but in New York they don't. Well, now people don't necessarily have guns, but you will get stabbed.
Yeah.
You could get hurt. Nobody's going to play nice. There's, not everyone's so nice here anymore, which I like.
If you were going to get stabbed, what would be your weapon of choice? Like, what do you hope it is?
If I was going to get stabbed with something,
Yeah, if you saw someone holding the thing and you know he's coming to stab you, what would give you a sense of like, this is going to be bad, but it's not that bad?
if I would like to maybe get stabbed with a pen.
Pen will be fine.
Pen is not bad. A pencil. Maybe I don't want to get stabbed with a shard of glass. Certainly don't want to get stabbed with a needle. I don't want to get stabbed
The
with.
needle's fun.
You
Because
think?
then who knows what's next?
Yeah, I'm like I could have.
Hepatitis.
AIDS, hepatitis, or I could have the booster, which is what I've always wanted. Yeah.
Imagine
I
a crazy dude comes up just to give you a vaccine.
Yeah. Woo!
Some guy's like, stabs you with a
Yeah.
vaccine, and then he wipes his face and he's like, got ya. Got ya.
Puts his mask
U.S. government, got ya.
Got
Puts on
ya.
the hat.
I know. I think yeah. But I
Elizabeth Warren just stabbed me
yeah.
with the booster.
Yeah.
In here, we pour whiskey.
Hey, if you ever search your name on the internet, you know it's a dark, dark place. There's so much information that's out there about your full legal name, email, home address, phone numbers. So much can be found online. It's not just true for you, also for your friends and family. That's why I'm here to tell you about Aura. Aura's incredible. Aura's an all-in-one online safety solution that helps protect you and your family from identity theft, financial fraud, and online threats before they happen. With Aura, you can rest easy knowing that someone's looking out for you. Someone's looking out for you. The app scans the dark web to see if your email addresses, passwords, social security numbers, and other sensitive information are floating around. And if you've been a victim of ID theft, I know how terrible that is. I had a family member go through it. It's the worst. They have a white glove fraud resolution team help you navigate credit bureaus and initiate credit freezes, lock, and work with you around the clock to resolve all that stuff. Look, it's the worst. Online safety is so vulnerable right now. Why not get protection from someone like Aura, who's proven, got a great track record, and they can keep you safe with the knowledge that all your information isn't floating around. They also help reduce annoying robocalls, telemarketers, and junk mail by sending takedown requests on your behalf regularly. I love it. It's wonderful. You should try it. For a limited time, Aura is offering our listeners 14-day trial plus a check of your data to see if your personal information has been leaked online, all for free when you visit aura.com/whiskey. That's aura.com/whiskey to sign up for a 14-day free trial and start protecting you and your loved ones. That's aura.com, aura.com/whiskey. Certain terms apply, so be sure to check the site for details. Out of the millions of packages that are dropped off at my front door constantly, I love the Box of Awesome from Bespoke Post. I'm dead serious. I've been in partners with Bespoke Post for quite a while now, and that's because they make great, amazing products. People don't know about it. What's going on? All you got to do to get started, go to boxofawesome.com. You can take a quiz. Your answers are going to help them select the right Box of Awesome for you. They release new boxes every month across a ton of different categories, and each box is valued around $70. You're going to pay a fraction of that. Each Box of Awesome, you're supporting small businesses, which I'm big on. 90% of everything that comes in your Box of Awesome is from a small and upcoming brand. Here's the best part about Box of Awesome. I love it because you can get it for yourself. That's fine. Or you can get it for a loved one, a gift, a friend, thinking of you. Here's a Box of Awesome. And the best part is they're all over the place. You know, everything from the carnivore, which I just got with the American barbecue rub in the carnivore box by that Great American Spice Company in Rockford, Michigan. You know, everything to casks, which I've talked to you guys about. Each barrel is handcrafted from American white oak, charred to create a smokier cocktail. You can hand make your little cocktail at home. They have great knives, gadgets, tools, all sorts of fun stuff that makes a great gift for yourself or for someone you love that you're thinking about. Why not try it? Get 20% off your first monthly box when you sign up at boxofawesome.com and enter the code whiskey at checkout. That's boxofawesome.com. Code is whiskey for 20% off your first box. Boxofawesome.com. Code whiskey.
Ginger. I like gingers.
I don't want to get my throat slit either. That's one thing. I'd rather be eaten by an animal than get my throat slit.
Well, that's like those are one of those moments of how's the worst way to die. We were in the tunnel yesterday, and the Holland Tunnel was backed up. It took me, I'm not even exaggerating, an hour to get through the tunnel.
I believe you.
Because there was a bad accident, and then the lanes are down, and blah 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 blah. So we're sitting in the tunnel, and once you go to the bowels of the Holland Tunnel, when you go all the way down before you get back up, O'Connor was like, there isn't one time that I've ever been here where I haven't thought, God, if water starts filling up this thing, and where do you go and what do you do?
Yeah.
And I thought, yeah, drowning, the worst. And he goes, if it started filling up with water, I would immediately sneak under the car tire of a truck, a tire of a truck, and just get run. He's like, just smush me
Seriously,
like a melon.
do it.
He's like, I don't want to drown.
No.
And by the way, because you're going to drown with, what, 800 people down there? 1,000 people down there? What a nightmare.
But I think that a tunnel, I think that that's very rare that would happen, because I think like a tunnel is a tunnel inside of like 5 other tunnels.
No, it is.
Right? But I guess it still could happen. If you blew it up from the inside.
Oh, or if it was a severe earthquake.
That's true.
I know you don't get a lot of them out here, but they do have.
Well, they say we're on a fault line, we're overdue.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
I mean, they do happen very infrequently over here, but
they happen.
Think about it.
But would you rather be stuck in an earthquake on a bridge or in a tunnel? Which way would you rather go? Falling, plummeting to your death in the water?
Yes.
Or being submerged?
Oh, let me fall, because at least I get to yell out some fun stuff.
Right.
You know?
What would you go with?
Like if you know, it's like we're on a bridge and it breaks, I just go gay. Just because then you see one guy just feeling like right before he dies.
That would be.
You
funny.
get one laugh out.
That would be funny. I would love to see a headstone that's what they wrote. Gay with the exclamation points.
Right before he died. Well, because collapsing on you like that, I have claustrophobia, that stuff. Like, I don't like tunnels, tiny. You know, you see those cave videos where guys go, what do they call it, like spelunking or whatever? They go down into caves.
Yeah.
No way, dude.
Right. No.
I'd rather fall.
Yep.
But yesterday we were in, a couple days ago we were in Philly. And in Philly, we were on the 60th floor of the hotel. 60th.
That's high.
Yeah, it just gave me the, I didn't
So if
like
you
it.
moved to New York, you wouldn't be in a high rise. You would be in a high rise, but not in one of these top floors.
Top floor is too much. I don't.
What's the highest you'd go for an apartment in New York? If you want to live in an apartment in New York, you want to move here, what's the highest floor you'll go?
You like these buildings in Soho, these warehouse buildings are like 5 floors or 6
Do
floors.
something like that.
That's fine.
Survivable.
Well, or no, you probably still die, but but it's fast.
Yeah.
I don't want to like, you know what I mean? Like, get it over with.
Yeah, just let me go.
Just let me hit quick.
And it also is survivable because let's say there's a fire, something's going down, you can run down 5 flights of stairs. You can get there where 60 flights, you're done.
It's over.
It's over.
I saw a TikTok the other day about two like really good looking female cops, and it was in New York. And the guy walked up.
They have cocks.
The guy walks up and he goes, trying to go through. And she's like, it's a fire. Like the way she said it was great. It's a fire. And he goes, you're blocking the sidewalk. She goes, you know what? Go get burnt. Go get burnt.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Yeah.
It was perfectly New York. Any other city, they would arrest you for trying to trespass while in emergencies. New York is like, go ahead.
And it was real. That was a real thing.
100%.
Yeah.
She was
Go
like,
ahead.
go get fucking lit on. I don't give a shit.
Fucking idiots.
Fuck you.
I know.
That's what I do love about this city. They make you responsible for your own fuck up. No one's here to protect you.
Yeah.
New York is like, you got hit.
Yeah.
You walked, you shouldn't have walked, you got hit.
Stupid.
That's your fault. That's not our, we don't have time to worry about your safety.
Yeah.
You got to worry about your safety. I don't give a shit. You get clipped, you got clipped. What are you going to do?
Whatever. In New York and the NYPD, they're supposed to legally, if there's police activity, like in the area, you're supposed to be able to ask a cop, hey, what's going on? They're supposed to tell you.
For like public safety or
yes,
whatever? Yeah.
Exactly. They never tell you. They'll just be like, why don't you just keep walking?
They want to hide it. They like that for themselves.
Yeah, or they'll make something up. Like, fucking cat in a tree.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, it's like a mass murder.
It's a homeless guy pissing in his own mouth as he's stabbing somebody.
Yeah. They're like, hey, there's a cat in a tree. An old lady called us. Why don't you
not worry about it?
Why don't you keep
All
it
right?
walking?
Why don't you keep walking, loser.
Yeah. How about this the other day? This is the funny thing about doing comedy, being in New York, is like, the cops listen to a lot of podcasts and stand up. So I was walking and the cops go, I was walking and I don't even know these cops. And they go, Chrissy. I was like, hey, what's up, boys? They were like, hey, don't go that way. Like, you want to turn around and go the other way. I was like, what's going on? They go, they're doing a fucking protest over there. You don't want to go this way.
And then you show your sign. You're like, that's where I'm going.
That's what I'm here for.
We had a couple of cops at our show, bad friends. We met a few.
Cops are the best.
Well, we met a statey, a woman that was a state trooper. And I said, statey's got to be the best gig. Because you're fucking cruising on the freeway.
Yeah.
And all day is like, yeah, you clip a few people.
Yeah.
Maybe you got a big drug bust like once every 4 or 5 months.
Right.
But I go, statey gig is a good gig. She goes, the best gig.
Best gig.
She goes, my friends that are my officer, she's like miserable. She's like, I'm fucking chilling. She was a...
Yeah, cops, and that's the thing. I get I get a bad rap now, but it's like, dude, it's like the good cops are like the people that you absolutely fucking need.
Yeah.
And I have nothing but support for the cop. Nobody supports when bad cops do bad things. Nobody. But it's like most of them are just doing great. There's a small percentage of people in every job that are fucking idiots.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And those are the ones in our cases who, get in trouble and shit. But for me, police are like, they fucking first of all, the cops that I know, it's like you gotta dude, could you imagine being a cop today?
No.
Oh, everybody, you can't do anything.
Couldn't pay me enough. There would be no number that you go, here's the gig. It's $1 million a year. I'd be like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that.
I'd be like, what do you want? If I interfere with the crime, even if I stop it in Goodwill, I'll get in trouble. If I don't, the criminals get right. Even if I do stop it and arrest them, the criminals come right back out tomorrow.
I also know
what's the point of this?
I would be a corrupt cop. I know it. I absolutely know it. When I found on evidence on a guy and it's he had a couple bucks in there, I'm taking it.
Yeah,
I'm taking it.
Yeah.
Oh, they were in that house doing blow. We busted them. Oh, let me check it out. I'm taking it.
I watched that show about bad Baltimore cops. We Run This City, and it was a great show.
Oh, I loved that.
Yeah, with John Bernthal, played phenomenal. And then I'm watching the show, and they're like, it's all about like them taking a little bit of drugs off the top, them taking a little bit of money off the top, and then at the end when he gets arrested, I was as confused as him, as his character. I was like, why is this guy getting arrested?
Yeah, just a little bit.
He's just
taking his 10%.
He's getting most of it off the street. You
getting
guys
all
are
of it.
barely paying him. Give him a little money.
Give him a
little money.
We're starting a new campaign. Give cops coke and money.
Seriously.
Let them have a little bit. Scrape off the top. Let him have just a little bump and a C note. You know what I mean? To make his life a little bit better.
Edit for the clip, not edit out. Edit for the clip, just me saying all cops are good, and I don't understand why anyone's mad at them, and I support the police. That's
what
I
the
want.
problem is the name cop and police has negative connotation. We should rename them like Blue Buddies,
Yes.
Here come my Blue Buddies.
Or in London, the Bobbies.
The Bobbies.
Yes.
Don't make me hit you with this club.
With the Bobbies.
It's funny they have mini baseball bats, and that's their.
Yeah.
Get out of here, boys.
Yeah. No, I know but it's one of those things where I guess too, if I was gonna have to do a city job, I'd rather be a fireman first, then a garbage man, then a cop.
I say garbage man first.
Garbage man first. But you got to breathe in a lot of fumes, though.
Big deal. What are you, a puss? No. I think garbage man top.
Yeah, right?
Because you're outside all day, you're chatting,
Getting
you're
your steps
joking
in.
around. Yeah, and then you get the physical labor of it all.
So you think
like
garbage
that.
man won?
Yeah, I think physical labor's got to be kind of nice. You get jacked forearms.
That's true. Yeah, because if I got to be honest with you, day one, if I was a fireman, the very first day, I would quit because I'd be like, I'm not going in. The building's on fire. I'm not going.
The only thing you would like was the hose. You love the hose.
Oh, I love the hose. I would just, and all the guys would be going in. I'd be like dousing myself with the hose while guys are coming out burnt, and I'm like, ah.
You know when they crack a hydrant, and they leak it out.
Yeah.
Every single time you're just in a Speedo in the hydrant, and they're like, Chris, we gotta go, and you're like, we gotta empty this one out.
Yeah. I know, dude. I feel like. Yeah, the guys that do that, all my friends are cops, firemen, or work for JetBlue, and I'm the only one, who does this art form, and I get it. Like I'm sure they have side chats, be like, look at how gay Chris is.
Yeah,
look at how fucking stupid. But I was talking about this the other day. It is freeing though to be them, to have like that full anonymity.
Yeah.
Not that we're even so, you're obviously more so than me, but even getting recognized once in a while. I understand it's a good thing, but you really are not, like, my friends can say and do whatever they want. Nobody cares.
Right, there's no repercussions.
They can it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Even it's like just whatever you want to do. It's like you're not a story. You're just a face in the crowd, man. And I know we are too, comparatively to others, but it's like, anything that goes a little haywire in our lives could be on a slow news day news.
Well, like if you
go through a divorce or something, it's like,
ooh.
Could that
Meanwhile, it's happening to 60% of the country.
Yeah.
But for you, but even the simple
Star
stuff.
of Dave gets divorced. Where like my friend at home, they'd be like, I didn't give a fuck. Nobody cares.
Right. Well,
because you divorced Charlene. Who gives a fuck?
I love Charlene.
Charlene's had
Well,
big
the
tits.
small stuff is the thing that I think about, like the tip. Like, like they were like, he didn't, he only tipped 20%. Or it's like that kind of mindset where I'm like, they're thinking about knowing me maybe.
Right.
And am I supposed to do like
give 30%?
Well, am I supposed to do something like, who am I, Bill Murray? Like I have to do something cool all the time. Like they have to, I don't mind if they see me looking like a normal schmuck. So that's kind of where my head is at. I don't care. I couldn't care less how I look to people. Like I don't think about it when I leave the house during the day if somebody sees me, but it is funny that people kind of sometimes see you and they think there's like a thing to you, and they're like, "What?"
Well,
and
dude,
you're like,
you know what? You know what's actually helped me deal a
getting
lot with
socks.
that? Again, not even about like getting recognized, but like just being off social media and not at all, almost never seeing what a stranger has to say about me, positively or negatively, has done wonders.
So you don't
for
do
my
it.
psyche.
You don't do it at
Zero.
all. You have zero.
I've been off since August of last year. It's June.
So who am I sending these dick pics to?
Brian Morton from
Shit.
Chicago.
So he's running your social
He
media.
runs my socials.
So he's getting all of them. He keeps
He gets
liking
them all.
them, and he keeps
And
he keeps doing the tongue emoji all the time.
Yeah, he said to me the other day, he was like,
thought-
Santino never sends you anything out of nowhere.
Really?
I was like, well, I thought we were friends. He goes, not anymore.
I thought that was you.
Oh, dude.
Dude, you got to give me a heads up.
No, dude. I told you to text
I
me.
sent him an upside down hello where you take a picture of your butthole, but you look in the mirror. when
Really?
you- yeah.
Yeah. And he never tells me, dude. He never tells me. He specifically said Santino hates you.
Wow.
And he said, you blocked me, but I guess not.
Well,
Well,
how? Let me ask this a real question. How insane is it if? How insane is it if you unfollowed? What if I unfollowed everybody on Instagram and I just made it like a business page and was like, I don't want to have a file. I just want to post stuff for fans.
like if you did that,
Yeah, you know when people unfollow everyone and they have 0 followers, or they follow 0 people.
I think you'd set yourself free. I think that.
I don't want to do it, but I see people that do it and I think, what is the purpose?
I just saw an article today. From the New York Post, so you know it's real. and they said that the teen suicide rate has tripled since 1995.
Well, how are we
and
going to
it's-
get this to 4? That's got
I
triple.
know. Get it to 4.
Let's get it to
4 more.
quadruple it.
And they said that it is absolutely 100% in line
Social
with
media.
2012 and social media.
Of course.
And so if it's doing that to kids, I mean, I'm sure it's doing it to us too. We don't. Maybe, we have a little bit, more life experience, but it hurts us so much. Dude, to take, our brains are not designed to take in what a stranger is saying about us. Again, positive or negative. It's the same effect on the brain.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, dude, I put my product out there. If I think it's funny, I put it out, or good to say, I put it out. And I don't see what people say about it. I just show up for my live shows and then
Like it if you like it.
like it if you like it and move on. And I kind of was saying that for a while, but now truly I am practicing what I preach, if you will. And it is so, I lost 45 pounds in conjunction with getting off social media. To me, it's like
You look
it all
so
happened
good.
the same.
You look so good.
These are large.
And what's up with these pants? What kind of pants are these?
Built, BYLT. I love them. Are they too tight? They're large, 34 waist.
I'm going to be honest with you right now.
Yeah.
Your crotch?
Yeah.
You have like a Ken doll. There's a slope. It's nothing there. I don't see any bulge.
I have a
And
little penis.
It scares me a little bit.
Yeah.
You got a regular.
It's little.
But wait
I
a minute,
know.
34 waist?
Mhm.
That's what I am. I used to be
You're
bigger than that.
I used to be a 38 to a 40. How much do you weigh?
You little pig. I'm 6'1". I weigh 200 pounds. Give
So
or
you got a
take.
good BMI.
Just-
I'm 6'1". I weigh 210.
Yeah, we're the same. We're close to being the same weight, but yours goes to different places.
Yeah, mine's in my thighs and my ass.
Yeah, your ass.
Where do
gets
you carry your
thicky,
fat?
thick,
Fatty.
thick. In my heart, probably. In my soul.
But you've always done well with keeping yourself in line and in good shape. You've always been good. You've never let yourself go.
Because I throw up.
Yeah.
Every day I'll throw
Bulimic.
up. No. I just throw up. Not after I eat. In the morning, I'll just throw up.
Like, it's just almost like it's like literally a gag reflex.
When I think about the world and then I got to go outside, I'll just start throwing up.
Just puke.
Yeah, I got to get it out.
Gotta get it.
No, you know what? The regulation of my diet fluctuates. Some days, some weeks, I'm bad.
What'd you eat today? Tell me everything you ate today. Go.
This
Remember?
morning, I had a little workout, and then I had 2 eggs, avocado, chicken sausage, and 3 cups of coffee.
So that's good protein. That's all protein right there.
Yeah, and then I haven't had anything since then.
So what are you gonna do when you're gonna eat your next meal?
Well, I thought you and I were gonna get food after this, but since you already ate, you scumbag, we're not gonna eat.
But we're gonna do tomorrow.
Yeah,
After.
tomorrow's
You'll
gonna
meet
be
me
fine.
tomorrow.
Yeah, that's
we'll
fine.
Go to Bellatos.
Yeah,
Shout out Bellatos, New York City. Great food. You been to Bellatos?
Emilio's.
You've been there.
You talking about Emilio's Bala? You talking about Emilio's? Smoke a cigar, you can hit a broad across the head. It's Emilio's.
Yeah, you walk back in. It's 1957.
That's
Say
what the menus are for. They say, I'm going to leave a menu on the table so you can whack some broad when she goes by.
Yeah, they call everybody broads. Yeah.
I say, where's your iron? Where's your iron? Don't you got an iron clothes,
Cop
broad?
seat free.
Cop seat. That's the name of our restaurant, Cop Seat Free.
Should we make that a restaurant?
Cop Seat Free is so funny.
Dude, Cop Seat Free is the name of our restaurant.
That's such a good name.
I want to just do a pop-up so we don't have to invest like total. Like, why don't we do a pop-up for a weekend?
Cop Seat Free.
In LA, we call it Cop Seat Free. And we have fucking chicken parm sandwich. Like, we have crazy shit. And that's it. If you're not a cop, you don't eat free.
But the cop menu and the regular menu are 2 different things.
Yeah.
Right? They get 2 separate things. The cops get all the good, healthy, hearty stuff.
Yeah.
Like delicious stuff.
Yeah.
And then the regular people menu, it's bullshit.
Bullshit.
It's total bullshit.
Dude, Cop Seat Free is so funny.
Let's do Cop Seat Free.
Cop Seat Free as a pop-up, like a weekend pop-up.
Genius.
I love it.
And we'll donate.
Genius.
And we'll donate all the food will be donated to us, so we can get it for free. So you're listening, and you want to support Cop Seat Free? Please go to our website at copseatfree.com.
Thank you.
And please donate. You know what I thought about doing when we were doing all these meet and greet stuff? I thought about.
Do you do the meet and greets with bad friends?
We're doing them now. Yeah.
Do you like them? Not like them? What's your take on it?
I like seeing the fans. I like meeting the fans. The problem is, they're supposed to be before the show, and a lot of people don't get there till after the show. And Live Nation has screwed up multiple times on when they're supposed to be there, so people don't know. So then they show up after the show, and we have to do a meet and greet after the show, which is exhausting because you're already tired. We just did 2 hours.
You're doing a second show. Then
even if we just did 2
You know what I'm saying? But the meet and greet in itself is like a second show.
Yeah, and then sometimes we do a second. Like in Toronto, we're doing 2 shows. So it's exhausting. You're like, dude, I can't meet people for another hour after we just did 2 hours and we have another 2 hours to do. So that's been kind of a bummer, but meeting the fans has been phenomenal because the stories, man, the stuff people say, and it is powerful, man. It is wonderful. Like I really, really love seeing the fans and saying hi. And look, I know it's not affordable for everybody, and we do limited amounts anyway, but what I thought about doing, this might be a stupid idea. I thought about doing like one huge meet and greet fee. Like imagine 10 grand to meet me and Bob to eat lunch and have dinner and spend like a day with us in that city. And all that money goes to charity of our choice, and we'll double it. So in every city, if we can get someone to give like a 10 grand for charity, at the end of the tour of all those that we make, we'll match it and give it to a charity of choice, like a children's hospital or something. You think it's a good idea?
Hell yeah, dude.
I think it's a fun idea. Because look, there's a lot of fans who can't afford the meet and greets, but there's got to be a couple that are like some rich guy who's like wants to be a baller and is like, I could piss away 10 grand on meet and greet, on hanging with them. And then it goes to a good cause. So we're stealing a rich guy's money and it's going to a good cause.
Good cause, yeah. I think that you're like a Robin Hood. You're stealing
taking from the rich and giving it to the poor.
Giving it to the poor. I think that's a great idea.
I don't know if anybody's going to ever do that. 10 grand's a lot of money, but I thought, what a fun way to be like, you can hang with us all day, all night. We'll plan a bunch of stuff, and then the time will be spent giving money to.
But what if the fan kills you? Then what?
Well, then at least the Children's Hospital got 10 grand.
True. Could you imagine that? Like you get a gunshot wound to the head, and they take you to a children's hospital. They're just putting Mickey Mouse Band-Aids all over it. They're like, we don't know what to do.
A clown comes in. I heard you got shot in the head. Did you get stabbed in the street? Whoa. I'm bleeding out.
Yeah.
Please help. Please help me, sir. No. blows up a balloon.
Yeah, fucking guy.
No hell.
Yeah.
No, I think we should do something like that. I
think
want to
it's a
do a
good
big
idea.
charity thing for the Bad Friends because so far the tour has been great and we're almost done. We just announced all of our fall dates.
Hell yeah.
I'm excited. We're doing Chicago, Boston, DC.
Chicago Theater?
Yeah, we're doing the Chicago Theater.
You did it already.
And we're doing Milwaukee the next night. We're doing Thanksgiving weekend there. Chicago, Milwaukee, Boston, DC.
Everywhere.
A bunch of places, yeah.
So and then you're going to do that, and then that ends, and then you're going to go on and do your own tour.
Well, I'm going to
Andrew
come. I'll
Santino.
be in New York first.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Come here for a little while.
Yeah, baby.
Come see
What
you.
part of the city do you want to move to?
I think
downtown?
Of all places that I really want to move to, I think Harlem.
Go. Harlem, honestly.
No, I don't want to. I don't want to be up there.
Why?
Too far.
Good brownstones, though.
I want to be.
Beautiful buildings.
I don't know. I don't know where I want to be. No, but
What
Harlem
about
is.
Staten Island?
I don't think I can move down there.
Why?
It's a little too white nationalist for me.
But that's what you want.
I want black nationalist.
Then, okay. Brownsville.
Yeah. Okay. See,
That's where you go.
that's where I'm going to Brownsville.
Brownsville.
That's kind of what I want.
Brownsville, what Staten Island is to white nationalism, Brownsville is to black nationalism.
I like.
Yeah.
I like when you meet like a Puerto Rican guy out here. That's just like, it's like USA, the best country in the world. Everybody else can suck my dick. And they're so passionate about
Dude, did I ever tell you the story?
a brown nationalist.
Did I ever tell you the story about Jasmine's father with Trump? Okay. So, whatever. I meet Jasmine's dad. Like the second time I ever meet him, he comes over to our apartment for dinner, right? Jazz is pregnant with our first daughter. Never met this guy. I met this guy once for like 10 minutes to tell him like, hey, I got your daughter pregnant.
I knocked
right?
her up. Yeah.
So meeting, and I thought, this is like when Trump is getting elected. Trump is like, he wasn't elected yet. This is like October, say, of 2016. No, I'm sorry. It was November of 2016. He had just gotten elected. It was like 2 days after the election. And we're having a dinner. And I started saying, because I thought like, he's Latino, got his daughter pregnant, he barely knows. But I said, we're at the table. And I don't know. I was like, listen, I just want to say like, I think, I just want you to know like, she will be well taken care of. Our child will be well taken care of. Like, I know like, I know like what Trump says about other races and all that stuff. Like, I don't subscribe to that. Like, I love your daughter. And I think like it's horrible. Some of the things that he said and went on this like whole thing about like just trying to be like, I'm one of the good guys here. And then he goes, you done? And I go, yeah. And he had a plastic bag that I thought just had like a newspaper in it. Guys just like walk around with the newspaper. He pulled out a Trump hat. He goes, I love that guy. He goes, let me tell you something. I swear to God, he goes, let me tell you something. He goes, if you didn't vote for Donald Trump and you don't think if you think he's doing anything other than saving our country, then I don't want you near my daughter. And I was like, holy shit. I was like, I was just kidding, sir. I voted for him too. God bless. Yes.
How funny.
No,
dude.
and then he passed away. And then
Wait, he's dead?
he died.
When did this guy die?
I killed him. He died.
Holy shit.
Yeah, he died. He died. No, he died like a few months later. I just had a heart attack and died. It was so sad. And then we got, did his funeral. We're at his funeral. And
Was he wearing the Trump hat in the coffin?
Well, here's what happened. Jazz, and her family were a little upset, of course. And Jazz asked me, she was like, can you like negotiate with him or like talk to him about like the funeral arrangements? Like, I'm really like heartbroken and pregnant. I was like, of course. And she goes, so he goes we were talking. The guy, was old school Italian guy that owns like a funeral home in Brooklyn. And he goes, and I go, we're talking, and I want this, I want that. She wants this, she wants that. He goes, all right. He goes, and just out of curiosity, he goes, who's he with? Who did he vote for? And I was like, excuse me? He goes, was he a Trump guy or was he fucking Hillary dingbat? And I never forget he used the term dingbat. And he goes, and I go, oh, well, he voted for Trump. And he goes, that man in there voted for Trump. I said, yeah. He goes, fucking patriot. He goes, let me tell you something. He goes, I'm happy to hear that. He goes, because I had a couple in here the other day. Fucking guy voted for Hillary. The guy that died. He goes, the guy fucking voted for Hillary. He goes, and all they do is talking about fucking Hillary and how fucking great Hillary is. He goes, I told them. I said straight up, I said, do me a favor. I said, come in here tomorrow and come with me with 5 facts. Not bullshit. 5 hard facts that prove Donald Trump ain't doing nothing but doing what's fucking absolutely right for this country. And I will give you this funeral for free. He goes, guess what happened? They paid full price. He goes, 100% they paid full price because ain't nobody can prove to me that Donald Trump ain't doing nothing but what's right for this country. He goes, I'll tell you what. He goes, I'll tell you what right now. He goes, I guarantee you, Hillary had become president, everybody be cutting their dicks off. He goes, 100%. He goes, he goes, I'd have caskets with no dicks. And I was like, nice. And then,
Nice.
and I was like, holy shit balls. And then he started, it was funny, this guy. He started telling me, he goes, guess who ain't welcome here? Robert De Niro. He goes, he owes me and my family money.
De Niro?
Supposedly, De Niro, can't come around certain neighborhoods in New York City because he used mafia money to finance some of his movies.
I've heard this.
And never paid the juice back.
Yeah, I've
but
heard
I
this.
think what it really is that he got vocal about being more liberal, and they didn't like that.
Right.
That's what I think the truth was.
Yeah, but I've heard this rumor.
It's interesting. It might just be that, a rumor.
Yeah, movie juice that was from the mob.
To pay back. I mean...
it sounds like bullshit a little bit. Why would they loan out money for the entertainment industry?
Well, I think it was just, why would he go to them? Well, it's also Robert De Niro. He can get it from anywhere.
Somebody else would have given it to him.
Yeah, I don't know. Who knows what the hell? I'm of the thing now where it's like most of the stories aren't real, even from the media. It's all doctored with CGI. Who knows what you're watching? Just tell me a lie. I just want to be entertained.
The whole world should be a lie.
Just tell me a fucking lie.
Well, the whole world is kind of a lie, so what's the difference?
It really is, right?
What is it? What? I guess when you say, like, what is the truth? Like, you watch some of these, like, debates online about people talking about these current issues. What is the truth? No one really actually kind of knows.
No, even with history, it's like, were you there?
Yeah,
you know what
who
happened
knows?
1,000 years ago?
Right.
Like Marcus Aurelius. I like listening to the Daily Stoic, that guy Ryan Holiday's podcast. I love the Daily Stoic. He talks a lot about the teachings of Marcus Aurelius. And I'm like, some people are like, how do you even know Marcus Aurelius wrote that?
Yeah.
It could have just been his peasants wrote it. His servants were the ones who did it.
That's probably most likely.
And
to
he
be
just
honest with
stole it.
you. Yeah.
I don't know. It probably was him, but it could not. I mean, now it's harder to. But even with this, it's like 100 years from now, they could be like, were you and I really doing a podcast, or was it CGI? You don't know. By the technology by then.
You don't know. No. We just fade into robots.
No,
Goodbye.
No. Well, they just said, I just read an article, Meghan Markle just got in trouble because Spotify canned her deal, and then they found out that she was doing auto, like it wasn't her voice on the podcast.
AI generated?
She was doing AI generated, not only voice reads, but actual podcast episodes.
My favorite thing about
so funny, dude.
About her and that guy, about her and Prince Harry.
You're my Prince Harry.
You're my Meghan.
Markle.
You are. You're my.
We are the Prince, Meghan, and Harry.
I feel that.
You and I are.
My favorite thing about those guys is they're like, we're out of the royal family. We don't need all this attention and bullshit. And then like a year later, they were like, we'd like a Netflix deal and a book deal, and we're going to tour and talk. It's so stupid.
I really wouldn't be able to, if I lived in England, I don't think be able to deal with the monarchy.
I've tried to set it on fire like 5 times, the royal palace.
Yeah.
Every time I go there
launch
for
it. I just don't want to deal with, salmon. I just don't want to deal with.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want my tax money to have to pay for a fan. Like, I don't need a king and queen.
No. Well, there is no king, right?
Well, there's a king.
No queen. Queen is dead.
The queen. Oh, Princess Diana would have been queen, right?
No.
She didn't die?
No. I'm kidding.
Well, does King Charles have a wife?
Yeah, Camilla.
Oh, so it's Queen Camilla, or it is not queen?
I don't know.
Is your automatically the king's wife the queen?
I don't know how that works. Is that how it works? We don't know.
Well, I know when the king dies, then William will become the king, and his wife, I think, will automatically be queen. I think.
Yeah, I don't know. I think all that stuff is bullshit.
I mean, imagine still doing that, like caring.
It's all just, it's really phony and strange.
Do you think Joe Biden's alive? For real?
Honestly?
Yeah, for real. Do you think he's alive or dead?
I genuinely think he died 20 years ago.
Me too.
Yeah, he did. You remember those speeches where he's about those speeches where he's like the blacks in this neighborhood. You've seen that stuff online?
Yeah.
So funny, dude.
I love that meme. There's one meme where like it's a picture. It's obviously Photoshop, but it looks so real. There's a picture of him talking to an old lady, and I guess she has her mouth open, and he's like going like that, and it looks like he has a gun in her mouth. You ever seen that?
Yeah,
oh my God. And he's got a gun. And he's like, and she's like,
Yeah,
Well, what about the one now where they do all those cuts where he goes, I'm gay.
Oh, yeah.
He goes, gay, I'm gay.
I think that clip of him being against gay marriage is so funny to me because they make it sound like he was always like into it. You know, that he, like when they go, Trump's a flip flopper and all these politicians are flip floppers. And you're like, this guy's anti-gay marriage. By the way, that's the one thing I actually think that, you know, not the one thing, but something I've always been liberal about in my life is social issues in that regard. Like, I've never had my parents ever have I heard them say anything diminutive to the community, like they don't deserve to be married or whatever. My parents were both religious when we were young.
Yeah, yeah.
And they would have never been like, they shouldn't be able to get married. But it is funny that when you look at some of these politicians that used to be against gay marriage and now they're not only are they okay with it, they promote it. And you're like, man, the hypocrisy is deep because that just proves to me that you're riding a wave of whatever's popular. Because my mom, when we were even in the 80s, I remember my mom who had a lot of gay friends where she worked, was a single mother. And it was like very commonplace in our family to kind of be celebrating of that world of like, yeah, man, those are good guys and they deserve to be together too. And as a kid, I was trying to understand it all, you know?
Right.
But it's funny that when you see these people that say like that weren't for it, now they're okay with it. You're like, I don't buy it. I think you never liked it. I don't think you like it now.
Yeah, I agree. Like my mom, like that's what I got to give like credit to the older generation. Like my mom's Catholic, Catholic, and devout Catholic. And when all that stuff went down with the priest raping the kids and all that stuff, she started going to church more. She did not walk away. She was like, now I'm going.
You know what? Let's double the collection plate.
Yes, I'll give you more money.
More money.
My religion, honey. And I was like, okay, makes sense. I do. Yeah, the flip-floppiness. Well, I think the thing is it's probably always been that, but it is just so out in the open now with the internet and everything.
You can see what everybody used to think.
You can see it. So I don't know that anything's different. I just think we see it now. But I don't know, man. It's going to be interesting. But see, here's the thing. We all said, 8 years ago, oh, there's no way Trump's going to win. He won. And then 4 years ago, oh, Trump will probably win again. He lost. You don't know what's going to happen in 20. Nobody fucking knows at all. I just know if the election goes the way I think it's going, I'm moving to Canada.
You're moving to Canada?
I'm moving to Canada.
Where are you going to go? What part?
Winnipeg. Because I like to be pegged.
I'm changing my name to Winna.
Dude, we should open up a gay bar there and call it Winnipegged.
Winnipegged.
Pegged.
Winnipeg.
Like pegged.
Yeah, Winnipegged.
What does being pegged mean?
It's when somebody puts on a strap on.
Okay.
And fucks you.
You ever put one on?
Yeah.
You've put on a strap on? Why?
What do you mean? I got rid of my dick years ago.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Yeah.
I forgot.
I did it before it was cool.
Yeah.
All right, look.
No.
You're pissing me off.
What?
Because I'm hungry and I want to.
What time is it?
I want to snack with you.
We didn't even do an hour yet. Did we do an hour?
What is it?
Oh.
Told you.
6.
I could keep going.
No,
you know
I hungry. Where are you going to eat? What time's your first spot?
10:45, I think.
Oh, you got late.
I know. I think it was 10:45 and 10:55, 10 something like that. 10:30, 10:50. Oh, I can always keep going. I thought you need to get back.
I mean, yeah, I do. I guess.
See what I mean? I'm doing the right thing by you, so you get back to the family.
But tomorrow you promise tomorrow after the pod we'll eat. What time's your day over tomorrow? After your pod at 4.
With him, I'm done.
That's it.
Yeah.
So you're done 5:30. Done.
Yeah, I have shit to do in the morning before I see you.
So we can go at 6 and then go to. Do you have spots tomorrow?
She's gonna give me them, but I don't have them yet.
Okay. Yeah, because I got a spot like 7:30.
7:30?
Yeah, so we'll just eat before.
So early.
Okay, so we'll eat after. We'll hang out.
Okay. ChristyComedy.com is where you can go get tickets to go see this glorious prince move about the country.
Go see my shows. I just put a fall tour on sale. New York City, Radio City is sold out September 22nd, so we added September 23rd, the theater at Madison Square Garden. Go get those Tiki Wikis.
Go get those Tiki Wikis at ChristyComedy.com. Of course, I'm not touring solo. I'm touring with Bob still in the fall. Go to badfriendspod.com, badfriendspod.com to get the tickets for the fall. I love you. We end the show the same way. One word or one phrase. You look into that single, your camera, and say one word or one phrase to end the episode whenever you're ready. No, this is yours right there, isn't it? Yeah, the one.
One word or one phrase to end the episode. I
It's okay. How about you think about it for 2 seconds? You sit there quietly while I talk. You think about one word or one phrase that means a lot to you.
Okay.
And I know what the phrase should be. I can't believe you don't know what it is.
One word, one phrase, end the episode. Cops eat free.
Dude, that's so fucking funny.
In here, we pour whiskey, 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 whiskey.